So the difference between rebranding and redesigning. So rebranding, it's more towards the messaging and the value and the way you appeal to your target audiences and your customers and what you're trying to put out there in the world. So the only time you would need rebranding, really, it would be when you notice that your branding is not working out, the messages that you've been putting out and the content that you've been putting out, you're not getting good feedback, you're not getting good reaction from it, your sales, revenue, everything is down because of the because of the branding. So you need to come back to the drawing board in a way, sit down with brand designers and brand consultants, graphic designers, and come up with a way where you can put out maybe a new message or the same message but more improved version of it, and approach it in a new way, kind of thing, to target your audience again and redefine the audience even more maybe. Or maybe you need to think about, is this the right audience? Is my product and services actually going to the right audience, or do I need to look at a new type of audiences that actually like this product or service, and maybe come up with a different type of message where this type of group of people can relate to your product and service. So I would say that's when you need rebranding. But rebranding is very critical, as in I would say to only rebrand if it's very necessary to do it. It's a very risky move because maybe you already have a good enough brand in place, or maybe the customer audience you already have are used to what you're putting out. So if you now go and rebrand the business completely, the existing customers you've already have might be a little confused and think, what's going on here. So maybe take in consideration in all of that and have that as a plan B. Another way of rebranding is when you do everything completely different. So you're talking about the logo design, everything all in one. You're changing the whole thing completely and updating the whole thing. When it comes to redesign, it's just redesigning the logo and the brand identity to it. So for example, like the Formula One logo, they've redesigned it, so it's just the logo in terms of that. But when it comes to rebranding, it's completely the whole thing, from brand messaging all the way up until the design aspect to it too, including the logo. And if you're just doing redesign, it's just your logo and how you showcasing yourself out there, building a new brand identity, you could say.